Alright, welcome back to Sonic Lost World. In this video, we're going to play the worst level in the game.
Oh, I'm getting tired of you guys.
Don't be so whiny, man. That's my deal.
Give up now and join your friend.
Tails? Oh man, when I get my hands on you guys!
We promise you will be happy in our service.
I'll never serve you!
I was hoping you'd say that. Destroy Sonic. What?
Good to have you back, Tails. I'll take it from here.
Don't expect to see any more of Mega Man Tails, because that's the only time you'll ever see that. He'll just kind of fix himself, I guess. A lot of people have brought this up, but why doesn't Sonic just say, "Hey, Tails, why don't you do this part? You know, you've got an arm cannon, why don't you go in and just shoot everybody?" I don't know. It's another missed opportunity. They could have done more with Robo Tails, but like I said, I am overall happy with the story in this game. It's a lot better than Generations. I wouldn't say it's as good as, like, Colors, but, I think it's still good. Zama? Is that the fat guy's name? I'm surprised they didn't name him, like, Zat or something, like Zafat, I don't know. But yeah, this is the worst level in the entire game. It's one of those that's just unfairly difficult. And it's not because of, like, oh, this is, like, legitimately challenging. I don't think this would be legitimately challenging if the gameplay mechanics in this game worked a little bit better. Like, there are some areas where you need to parkour on the walls that's just, like, complete crap. This part isn't terrible. It's when we really, after we defeat this one. You know, I still don't know half these guys' names, which is why I'm going to say this one and that one. But this fight actually reminds me a lot of the fight from Super Mario World. I think it was, I want to say Iggy? Where he's on that platform like that and you have to kind of get him into the lava. That's what that reminds me of. Also, I have a legitimate problem with this song. It's not very pronounced, but there is, you can hear dubstep in the song. And, like, okay, having dubstep in some video game songs is cool. Like, there's the dubstep robot in Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, but like Sonic and like Mario, they do not need dubstep. I'm sorry, they just do not need dubstep. It just does not apply to them. Like, thankfully in this level, it's never as like invasive as like a few wub wub wubs.
Hedgehog with all his trying, positive attitude.
Also, I never noticed it until I was editing these videos, because when you know, on the speakers on my TV, it didn't really, I guess it just didn't really pick it up, but when I was listening to this with headphones was when I really started hearing the... So if you're listening to this with headphones, I guess you'll hear it too. So, Donatello here is... I don't know, this is when this level gets really annoying. Again, I wouldn't say this is as bad, like, the second time, or third time, or fourth time through. The subsequent playthroughs of this level probably won't be as bad as your first time. Just like most levels in this game. If it's bad the first time, it probably won't be too bad subsequent playthroughs, but oh well. Like, this was an absolute nightmare the first time I played this level. For one specific section. Yeah, we're meaningless, you're emo. So this one is less of a boss battle and more of a platforming thing. Just keep heading upwards. Avoid him, or at least try to avoid him. And just keep moving up. That's all you need to do. and then hit this switch, and he is dead. You never see the Deadly Six after you fight them ever again in the story. So I'm literally assuming that we murdered every single one of these people. Also, I hate hover. This is like the worst wisp in the game. I can never get it to work reliably. What you have to do is you have to use the right stick to use the kind of light speed dash. That's pretty much what it is. It kind of replaces the light speed dash. But it's really finicky. You really need to kind of get a feel for it before you can reliably use it. Like many things in this game, like the parkour, wall running. So that is the first and last time we will ever see hover in this game. I want to say that's actually the first level it's actually been in. Like, I legitimately can't think of any other levels that was in. Also, there's a thing that I wanted to show off here, but I just kept dying. That if you jump on those areas, you will get transported to a red ring. Yeah, this is the last normal level in the game because the last level is a boss battle. This was a really, really poor way of ending the game. Like, the final boss is really good, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is when the level gets really annoying, by the way. But it's kind of like the Time Eater in Sonic Generations, where that's the last thing you do in that game. So it's probably going to leave a negative opinion on you, just because of how bad the Time Eater is. And unfortunately, you know, this game is a very mixed bag. And one of the last things you do in this game is just really, really annoying and bad. So that might leave a lasting impression, and that's not a very good thing.
That ineffectual Eggman was right. You are medicine, like a gnat to be swallowed.
Well, I should say this isn't one of the last levels in the game. There is still the special world that we have to take care of, which we'll be doing in the next 2 videos. And that is one of the most precise jumps that you have to make in this entire game, and it's really annoying. You have to take that one really slow. And get ready for the worst boss ever.
Let's put an end to this.
So this first part is really easy. You could pretty much just keep spamming him. That part is already done. And now they rip off Mario again by taking pretty much the final boss from New Super Mario Bros. Wii and making it really, really terrible. What you have to do is you have to keep pounding these red blocks into him. This is literally one of the worst things, like, ever. It's another one of those things where I can't properly explain how bad this is unless you play it. You just gotta play it. You just gotta play this to know how bad it is. This is so frustrating the first time. Although, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I ever played this level, I legitimately thought that you had to keep moving up. Like it was gonna be just like the emo guy, where you just had to keep moving up. I didn't realize you had to actually attack him with anything. Because it's not really something that you'd think to do. But that's Zavik. That's the last we ever see of him. Like I said, the Deadly Six just kind of disappear, so I'm assuming Sonic just straight up murdered those people, so that's good. Great job.
Nice work! Now it's time for me to do my job and shut this baby down!
It is off. Who could have done that?
Me, of course. I needed some alone time to supercharge my mech after you got me past the Seki. Faking my death was the perfect way. And now, my ultimate weapon is complete! Finally, with the energy collected from the extractor, I can rule the world! Pity about the damage done down there, but there's still enough left for me to conquer.
The only thing that's gonna get conquered is your face, Eggman!
Out of all the things Sonic could have said, the only thing getting conquered is your face. So, this boss is pretty much exactly the final boss of Sonic Colors, only not quite as good. I was very, very surprised when I saw this because the Sonic Colors final boss will always be one of my favorite final bosses in the series, if not just in general. Because great music, really fun boss, and I don't know. Also, this literally is directly ripped out of Colors. You literally do that exact same thing. But, like, I was very surprised when I saw this because it really legitimately is just the final boss of Sonic Colors, only not as good. Yeah, I really don't understand this. Like, I'm glad that at least the final boss is good. The music is also very good. It's not as good as the instrumental version of Reach for the Stars. Like, that'll always be one of my favorite final boss musics ever. But yeah, I just wish that they had done something a little more original with this. Like, I do like this, but I wish that they had done something better. Because this is about to be over. This is a very quick boss as well. But hey, at least the game ends on a high note. You know, this is a fun boss. Also, that is something that totally exactly happens in Sonic Colors. I really don't know why they plagiarized themselves.
You know you never needed Eggman, right? I could have turned this thing off myself.
Sorry about that, Tails. I'll never doubt you again.
It's cool. Oh, and here's something that even Eggman couldn't do. I just reprogrammed his machine to return our world's stolen energy. In your face, Eggman!
I'll be back, Sonic. I'll find another conch, and the Zeti will be mine once again. Only next time, I'll make them stronger. Honey, why isn't my jetpack working?
Maybe because I borrowed the exhaust hose?
Sonic!
Here's your energy back, world. Bon appetit!
Yeah! Hey, Amy. Looks like springtime's come early.
Thanks to you and Tails.
Well, I would have wrapped this up sooner, but, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do is one
You
word.
know, after a day like today, I can enjoy a nap on some fresh green grass.
I gotta say, I hate the way the game ends. Like, Sonic just falls asleep. Okie dokie then. But that was Sonic Lost World. It certainly was a game that happened. It's a game that exists. No one's gonna deny the fact that this game exists. This game was released for the Wii U. That's another thing people aren't gonna have a problem with. This game isn't very good. That's probably also something else people wouldn't really debate. It has good points. The music is great. The cutscenes are really entertaining. They're really great. Eggman really shines in this game. Except for just his random betrayal at the end. It's like, no one saw this coming. But I wish more would have been done. I wish there were more 3D levels, because those are usually the best levels in the game. I wish there were more cutscenes that involved Knuckles or Amy, because I was really excited about Knuckles being in the game. But they did literally nothing with him. Same with Amy. Tails and Sonic always have a good kind of chemistry together in these games recently. So I'm not disappointed by that. I'm not disappointed by Sonic, Tails, or Eggman in this game at all, or Bot and Cubot for that matter, because those are to my other favorite characters. I wish they did more with the Zeddy. I wish they did more with explaining what the Lost Hex is and why it's so special, and I don't know. A lot of missed opportunities in this game. I would say this whole game was mostly a missed opportunity. Like, I'd say half of the levels are really good, and half of the levels are really bad. Like, there really aren't any levels that are just okay. Either they're really good or they're bad. There is no in-between. However, this may be the final video of the story mode. There is actually more that we have to show. There is a special world. I want to show off Supersonic, and there are 2 DLC levels. At least from when I'm recording this, there's supposed to be another DLC level coming out soon. I will be showing that off. There will be 2 more videos. They'll be showing off the bonus world, Supersonic, and the DLC levels. So that is what the next 2 videos will be. So we're not quite done with this masterpiece of a game. I will say the final 2, or the special world does have some of the more fun levels in the game. So that's it for me for now. There is a cutscene after the credits with Eggman, just as there usually is. So enjoy that. It is pretty funny.
Ow! 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 Ah! Here he is! Took you long enough. Get me out of here!
Boss, your face is...
Yes, your face! It is good to see your face.
Boss, your face...
Is a little dirty. Let me wipe that for you. You're being weird. Let's get out of here before my day gets any worse.
Why can't we tell him about his mustache?
I think it's better to wait until he separates our heads. Then you can tell him and get all the glory.
Great, thanks!
What's wrong with my mustache?